best to ensure that it is as healthy as possible, because as the Bible teaches us, and I strongly believe, this body, your body, my body, our bodies are the temple of God, and we've got to uphold some good health practices with this temple. And as any temple you have in this world, you've got to show some respect and you've got to show some reverence to it. That's what I'm going to call you guys from now on, Casey family. So today I'm in the kitchen and I am going to make for you something I haven't made in a while, which is currently boiling really rapidly. I'm going to make cornmeal porridge, guys, but today this cornmeal porridge, which is very Caribbean, I guess, in its origins. I don't know if other cultures, I'm sure other cultures or countries probably have similar recipes, but this is a great thing to make for breakfast. It is healthy, or could be healthy, I should say. So today my version is going to be the healthy vegan version of cornmeal porridge. Now I know traditionally I've seen there are Jamaican recipes where they put condensed milk and coconut milk and sugar and all sorts of stuff in there, and I'm sure it is absolutely delicious. But if you're vegan, condensed milk obviously wouldn't fit into your recipe, as I am. So I'm going to be using just plain old delicious soy milk. You can use almond milk, you can use coconut milk, that's definitely vegan. But really, when I cook anything, I try my best to ensure that it is as healthy as possible, because as the Bible teaches us, and I strongly believe, this body, your body, my body, our bodies are the temple of God, and we've got to uphold some good health practices with this temple. And as any temple you have in this world, you've got to show some respect and you've got to show some reverence to it, right? When you're in a temple, you do your best, you're on your best behavior, aren't you? So it's the same rule for your body. Put good things in it, and you pray to God and hope and work towards having good things come out of it. What you put in is usually what you're gonna get out. So I omit condensed milk, I omit sugar, at least the refined sugar. I'll put a little honey at the end, or some dates to sweeten naturally. But that's about it, guys, in terms of the sugar content of my cornmeal porridge. And I'm sort of crouching down because I've got the camera set low because I am tired of moving this thing up and down. So you guys will be able to see the pot when we get to it, which is right over here to my right, your left. Okay, so let's get started. This is very simple. The ingredients you're gonna need are similar to my cream of wheat recipe, which I did previously on this channel. Take a look back. Actually, I'm gonna try and put a link here for you so you guys can take a look. Maybe up in this corner right here. Yeah, I'll try that so you guys can see the similarities in terms of ingredients, but the technique will be different. The main thing you've got to remember with cornmeal is if you just pour cornmeal into boiling hot water, it will lump up and you will be very disappointed with your results. So let's get started, guys. Cornmeal porridge, vegan style, influenced by my Grenadian mother and my Grenadian country, the Isle of Spice and everything nice. So definitely it's gonna be some spice in there. Okay, let's get going, guys. So the first thing I'll show you guys is what you're gonna need, right? So I've already started for you guys, right? I've got in this what is this measuring cup, guys? In this measuring cup I've got half a cup of cornmeal and half a cup of water, right? So it comes to 1 cup full, right? And I only need that much because this is only for me. I'm not making this for several people. If you're making this for 4 people, I would suggest you double or quadruple every measurement that I've given you. Normally I don't measure, I just throw things in as usual, as you know me, right? So I just got it mixed into the water because this is an absolute must. You cannot skip this step. I don't recommend you do. I'm sure there's a way to do that, but I don't recommend you do, because if you do, you're gonna have very lumpy cornmeal porridge, which is really gross. Okay, so you basically want to mix these two things together, water and cornmeal. And I'll show you the cornmeal that I'm using for this, because it's important. Give me one sec. I'm using, it doesn't have to be this brand, okay, but what you want to make sure when you get your cornmeal is that it is a fine powdered cornmeal. Okay, I hope you can see that, but it's very fine. See that? Very fine cornmeal. This will give you the smoothest result. Cornmeal comes, guys, in coarse ground, and I think there's a medium one, and then there's fine. You need fine cornmeal for this, okay? So, go over to the stove, guys. Got some water boiling, okay? And what you want to do, I think I started with half a cup. I boiled it so long because I was waiting to start with you guys. But what I do is I throw in a pinch of salt. I salt water, okay? Salt to taste. So that's like, I don't know, I don't even think that gets to a quarter teaspoon. If you like more salt, go ahead. I try not to add too much salt to my food. And the next thing, you know, guys, the usual deliciousness that I like to add. Next ingredient, oh so good, which I keep in here because this jar will not close, guys. This thing will not close back. Anyway, shake some nutmeg in there, guys. Or if you want, grate some nutmeg in there to taste, right? You all know nutmeg is a pretty strong taste, so there's no need to go crazy on it. Now, I love, it must be a Grenadian thing, I don't know, but I love bay leaf in here. Okay. And I only have slivers because, you know. So you put a small piece of bay leaf or a whole bay leaf in there to boil in the water so it flavors the water from the start. Okay. Let me just lean that in so you guys can get a look at what's going on in here. See that just boiling away. And you want the flavors to infuse into your water. Okay. When you can smell it, like I am right now, it smells like nutmeg. That's when you know what? Time to proceed with the cornmeal and water mix, okay? So here we are with our cornmeal and water mix, and there's a way to do this. You just got to do it slowly, and I suggest you just lower your heat a little, okay, to maybe medium. Make sure it's not on high heat. It's easier to control that way, okay? And you're just gonna whisk this in the cup before you start pouring, so everything's gonna come out all at once. Try your best. And then you're just gonna stir, pour it into the water, guys. That's it. Now, if like me, you have cornmeal left in your cup, and remember to whisk, guys, then you just go add a little water to your cup to rinse it out, okay? Which I'm gonna do right now. Okay. So I got the water in here. You guys can see that. Just twirl it around a bit. And there you go. Your cup is cleaned of cornmeal. Now, don't be fooled by the watery consistency of this when you start. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just gonna fill my measuring cup with water and leave it in the sink, because if you leave cornmeal in a cup or a container of any sort and it dries, it sticks like glue. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, don't be fooled by the liquid looking consistency of this. Cornmeal has a way of multiplying times 10. Okay, so you're gonna whisk this and keep whisking, because like I said, cornmeal has a tendency to lump if you don't whisk or stir it. I don't suggest you use a whisk if you have a non-stick pot. Mine is just stainless steel. I cook with stainless steel pots, guys, because I believe it's healthier rather than using non-stick. I do have a non-stick frying pan, but that's only when I'm actually stir frying or frying certain things that are really known to stick. Otherwise, I use stainless steel. It also gives you a little iron in your diet. If you know anything about that, right? Because every time you scrape on it, like I'm doing right now, you get a little iron. So anyway, you keep stirring, and I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. Let me see if I can get in there for you. See that? It's thickening up as I stir. Alright, thickening away. Now, you're gonna have to boil this for about 10 minutes or so to allow your cornmeal to cook. And you can see it's so thick the pot is starting to move. See that? It's like magic, guys. See? It's like magic, right? So what you're gonna do when it gets to that thick, obviously it won't boil like this easily, so I'm gonna grab some more water, guys, okay? One sec. Oops. I just use my Brita water filter. I drink filtered water just to not put too much chlorine into my body and whatever other contaminants are in the water. Okay, so you stir it in, right? You can see that. Stir it in there. See that loosened it up nicely. And you just want to cover this and let it boil or simmer rather than boil rapidly. Let it simmer on medium to medium-low heat for about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna let that happen, then I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so as you can hear or see, I think, yeah. Now, I'm gonna take the lid off of this very carefully, because word of caution, guys, when you are making cornmeal porridge, this thing is like hot lava, not even kidding. If this thing gets on you, man, does it stick and burn, okay, when it's boiling. So be very careful. I'll try to show you why, because it's like, see, it pitches. Look at that. It thickens and, oh, needs more water. Needs more water, okay. At this point, I'm not gonna add more water. What I'm going to do is pour in my milk, because you want this to be as rich and creamy as you can get it, right? So let me grab the milk. And as usual, guys, you know, I'm using soy milk currently. Now I'm just eyeballing, that's about a half a cup. And you stir it in, whisk it in, all right? Whisk that in. Now it's at this point where I add my other ingredients, guys. So we've already added salt. You want to add some cinnamon. Any cinnamon will do, fancy cinnamon, cheap cinnamon, whatever cinnamon you have or like. I use the powder just because I like the flavor, and it also gives it a more, I don't know, exotic looking. Oh, you should smell the cinnamon. Sorry guys, my card was full there, my SD card. Hope you guys caught the mixing of the spices into this. So all I did was I added some extra milk, as you probably saw, I hope. I'll check later. And I added the mixed essence, 1 teaspoon of that. And about a teaspoon of vanilla, right? Pure vanilla, guys, because as I was saying, you know, if you add pure vanilla to your recipes, it will taste that much better. So just, you know, a teaspoon of the mixed essence and the vanilla. That's all I've added so far, extra other than the milk. And I'm going to add just a little more milk because, like I said, we're not adding condensed milk. I'm not adding coconut milk to this. I want this to be as healthy as possible. Condensed milk is delicious, but it's not healthy. It is packed with sugar. Okay. And basically, guys, that's it. What you want to do is just simmer this down a little more. Right? You can make this as thick or thin as you like. Let me grab the spoon as I was going to earlier. and I'll show you guys the consistency. You see that? Okay, it's very creamy. Okay, and I'll show you guys how I like to serve mine. Let me just grab my bowl. So this is cooked now. Like I said, if you want it to get thicker, keep on boiling, guys. It will get thicker. Okay. You can turn up your heat a little bit if you want to boil it faster at this point. But it is ready like this. Okay. This does not have to be extra thick like you would make oatmeal. It's meant to be a lighter, smoother porridge. So this is how, let me just put my spoon aside for a sec. What I do is I just pour a little into a bowl. Alright. Okay. Now I'm gonna have leftovers, which is great with this because you can just reheat this. I put it in the fridge and I reheat it, okay? Then what I do, guys, I just get some, some raw almonds. You just sprinkle some raw almonds on there, guys. That's it. Like a handful is all you need. Sorry for the crunching bag. Then what I do as well is my favorite thing to do for breakfast porridge. I add some good old-fashioned, this is the sugar part, guys. This is it. I've got raw almonds. I just add in as many dates as I like for sweetness because I'm not gonna add any sugar to this. And if you mash the dates into this, guys, like this, because dates, if you don't know, they kind of melt when you add liquid or heat to them. So if you don't want to eat like processed sugar, dates is one of the best ways and healthiest ways you can get some sweet into your diet. And dates are extremely sweet, guys. You likely won't even miss, you know, what am I trying to say? You won't miss your sugar if you start eating dates. Okay, I smash it in there and it sweetens the porridge. So as you can see, this is very creamy. See that? The lumps are, of course, the raw almonds that I've put in there. Okay, so guys, that's it. Cornmeal porridge for breakfast, topped off with some, let me turn off the stove, some dates and raw almonds, guys. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you try this out and how it turns out. It's healthy, it's delicious, your body will thank you, and you will feel good. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. God loves you. I love you. Love each other. Till next time. Bye-bye.